It's time to talk hitting with one of the best hitters in the game, Joey Votto.
And Votto leaves the yard. That ball was hammered.
They're trying to come inside on Votto, and that's a tough place to be.
Eric showed up here, and he couldn't wait to talk about your approach, your style. What is it you want to get into with Joey Votto?
Launch angle.
Okay.
That was a moonshot.
With his strength, that trajectory, he knew it right from the start.
My stance on launch angle, where it's just one thing. The hitters are just doing one thing, and that's why they're hitting more home runs, they're producing more runs, they're better hitters overall, they're making more money, better things are happening.
Well, this is the year of the home run in Major League Baseball.
Well, everybody likes that.
And I think a lot of the players that have made the change in their hitting style, I don't think we've told the story about how complete they are as hitters.
One of those guys that changed his approach to hit the ball in the air, and that's what's turned him into a complete hitter.
I think you have to be careful for the younger players sending the message, all fly balls are good fly balls. All the other guys who have made this massive change in their game and become MVPs, these are guys when they were in high school, when they were in college, when they were in the minor leagues, they could do everything.
This is unbelievable.
You fall behind good hitters, and things like that are going to happen.
You ask these guys, hey, will you one-hop the left center field wall, hit that sign in the right center gap, put the ball over the fence down the line. They can do anything they want at any time. And I think that's the story we're not telling the younger players. We're not telling the players on the come-up in college, the female softball players that are tuning in. We have to send a message. The best hitters can do everything.
Talk about a pure hitter. Mr. Martinez can use the entire field.
You know, the best hitter in the game is Mike Trout. If you ask him to do anything, he can do it. And for me, that tells me he has a diverse array of skills, and when the game asks him to hit a fly ball or to ask him to hit a line drive, he can do it. He can handle any situation in a Major League Baseball game.
Oh, here's Trout again. Are you kidding me? Another home run for Mike Trout.
As much as I love Mike Trout, you are the best hitter in the game.
It's just not true.
He's bringing energy here. And the Reds are off and running here tonight.
In the day and age where guys are striking out more than ever, your walks to strikeouts are basically double.
Right.
It's just unheard of in this generation. How do you do it?
You know, I wanted to cut that down last year. I wanted to cut my strikeouts down. You know,
Why? Why? Because Mike Trout strikes out, and you think he's the best hitter in baseball. Why is it you care about strikeouts?
I occasionally set a goal, and last year I wanted to hit like 350 or 370, and the math said you have to strike out a good bit less. And so I was like, all right, well, you know, let me give this a go.
He's just an elite hitter. Incredible talent. You could see that coming a mile away.
You choke up, though. You are a slugger that chokes up. We see Anthony Rizzo doing it now.
Yeah.
Did that help you not strike out?
Definitely. It's led to a little bit softer contact at times, but it's also led to, you know, potentially keeping in a back going, fouling off a tough pitch. A lot of these guys are just so difficult to face nowadays that fouling it off buys you another potential pitch in the middle of the plate. It's really hard for me to do that at the end of the bat.
I got a 6-year-old boy at home.
Sure.
What's the number one thing you would teach him about hitting?
Let the ball be your feedback. Oftentimes we spend a ton of time on the swing mechanics and how we look in our stance and where our eyes are and all of this stuff. But the only thing that really tells you whether or not you're doing the right things at the plate are whether or not the ball is going straight and whether or not it's four-seam. You know, I was lucky I got to watch Pujols on a consistent basis when he was in the Central. Every ball he hit was on this perfect line with this perfect backspin. And to me, he had this big spread out stance, this kind of awkward posture up top. But then when he delivered the barrel and the ball shot off, it was like hitting perfection. It was exactly what you're looking for. And if I were to talk to any young hitter, it's watch the ball come off your bat. Just because you hit the ball in a long way doesn't mean you necessarily did the right thing. But if you can pop straight line drives with good backspin, I think good things happen.
I'm telling you right now, something good just happened. So many kids were glued to the television screen listening to every word that just came out of your mouth. That was amazing. Joey Votto, thanks for the time.